Andy Katz here for Fox Sports with my tiers of the week. Let's start with Tier 1 with the championship contenders. Gonzaga, their offense is very much like that 2018 Villanova championship team, and it may be better. Baylor. Okay, the Bears are still waiting to be tested in the Big 12, but it's coming, and yet Baylor's still one of the top two teams in the country. Michigan. The Wolverines dominated Wisconsin like a Greg Gard team has never been dominated before. And this Juwan Howard team defends. Boy, do they defend. Villanova, still on pause, so we're keeping them here. But we got to wait and see how the Wildcats perform when they come off of pause. But they still have the goods to make a deep run. Iowa. The Hawkeyes deserve to be Tier 1 right now because their offense is just a hair below Gonzaga and Baylor. Luka Garza, of course, is still dominant. So Iowa, certainly in elite category, contending categories right now if you were to look at teams that could compete for the national championship. All right, Tier 2. These are teams that I still would say are elite, maybe Elite 8 type teams. Texas. I know they lost their first game in the Big 12. Mac McClung, 2 seconds left in Austin. But the Longhorns have still proven that they belong in this group. Creighton. The Blue Jays are clearly one of the two best teams in the Big East, and if Nova falters when they come back off of pause, Creighton's right there to take the lead in the Big East. Alabama. I mentioned them last week, and the Tide destroyed Kentucky in Rupp, undefeated in the SEC. I know they're hurt right now, so let's see how that affects the Tide going forward. Tennessee. The Vols' only loss in the SEC was to Alabama. That may be their only defeat this season in the league. All right, Tier 3. These are teams that are holding steady right now. Ohio State. They're emerging from somewhat of a muddled Big Ten as a team that's going to keep climbing in this conference. They're not healthy, though, with C.J. Walker out, but that'll happen soon. UCLA. No Chris Smith, and yet the Bruins are undefeated in the Pac-12. Swept the Arizona schools. Mick Cronin doing a great job out in Westwood. Houston. Their only American loss was to Tulsa, and maybe that'll be their only loss in the league this season. All right, Tier 4. Teams that are rising, keep an eye on these teams. Louisville. Did not have Carlik Jones when they lost at Wisconsin. And since then, they have played the best basketball of any ACC team. Chris Mack doing an outstanding job. Texas Tech, now on the list. They needed an elite Big 12 win. They got it at Texas behind Mac McClung. Boise State, 8-0 for the first time ever in a conference. The Broncos, one of the best teams out west, not named Gonzaga. And Virginia Tech. The win over Villanova at the Mohegan Sun was not a fluke. The Hokies beat Duke, and they are one of the better teams in the ACC this season, something that no one predicted.